Okay. Alright. Hi. If I sound like I sick, cause I am. At least I feel like I am. It sucks. I don't feel bad, but like my body doesn't ache, like I'm not fatigued or like hurting, but like this right here is all kinds of messed up. And I cannot stop coughing. But it's okay. We're gonna get through it. Someone really needs me on Snapchat. There's no... Look, okay, see, I'm awkward, so we're just gonna get this started. I wanted to read... This was initially going to be a blog post, but I figured I'd turn it into a video, because why not? But let's get this started. I got a little teleprompter app on my tablet, so I get to read off a teleprompter. I think we can all agree life is scary as a teenager. You have a structured schedule and idea of what to do, until suddenly you turn 18 and you either decide to continue pushing forward towards higher education or wander out into the world on your own. You can be slightly prepared for it through education like home ec, financial literacy, stuff like that. But until you fully stand on your own 2 feet for the first time, it can be very intimidating. And seeing as I'm most of the way through the young adult stages of my life, I wanted to rank my teenage/young adult years on a scale of 1 being the worst of the worst to 10 being the best time ever. I also wanted to share the highlights throughout the years. Okay, 18. Oh god, 18. I started my adult years out strong by getting several tattoos on my 18th birthday. I got my wisdom teeth out shortly after, which, by the way, was a horrible experience. 10 out of 10 would not do again. And went off to college for the first time. Of course, this didn't work out and resulted in a crisis in my dorm room late one night. I called my mother and begged to come home, which of course she said yes because she missed me. Duh. I came home, got a small line cook job for several months, and then tried to go back to school again the following spring, which didn't work again. But this time, it wasn't completely my fault.
Alright.
So I moved back a few weeks into the spring term and found a job in my hometown. Right around the time I came back from college for a second time, my sister gave birth to her first baby. But there was also some turmoil in our family. My relationship with my parents became very strained, and following this, my papa died on April Fool's Day 2020. Within my 18th trip around the sun, I got around 9 or 10 tattoos, I think. Don't quote me on any of these tattoo numbers that I give you because I still cannot. It's very hard for me to go back through my memories and match which tattoos I got when because I have so many. I'd rank my 18th year of life maybe a 6 out of 10. I met my closest friend to date during this time of my life, but was also exposed to some issues and conversations that I shouldn't have been exposed to. 19. It was also around this time my teenage emotions were finally beginning to make sense to me, but it was mostly in the form of anger. I'd realized how irritated I'd become all the time and the grudges I was holding. This is when I began seeking treatment for mental health. Also around this time, COVID shut everything down. After a month of no work, we were offered incentive pay to come back, so I, being 19 with nothing else to do, went to work and earned that overtime. I was there 60 hours a week. I'm just kidding. Maybe not 60, but I was there over 40 hours a week. After saving up enough money, I moved out of my parents' house around December 2020. I was standing on my own, but I also realized I was officially alone. It was hard for me living alone, so I got my soulmate, Veronica. Where is she? Veronica. Enter stage left, Veronica. I got one right here. I caught one. I caught this one in the wild. It's a big old bobcat.
Big old bobcat!
What are you doing? Anyway. and we vibed out for a while until things took a turn in 2021. I'd rank this time of my life a 7 out of 10. I worked hard and was able to move out of my parents' house, which is a big step. I think I also got my car this year as well, so I made a lot of big girl decisions and purchases. Within my 19th trip around the sun, I got 5 or 6 tattoos. I still don't know. I don't think that's right. 20. Earlier, I mentioned a strained relationship with my parents. Yeah, well, that long, drawn-out drama compounded with unchecked mental health issues led me to attempt to take my own life in June 2021. The recovery process from this took months because as I gained the skills to be able to name and process my emotions, I also was able to see where I lacked the progress I wanted to see. But in the later months of 2021, I decided to change my name to Charlie. I like to believe this big change allowed me to move on from the person I was trying so hard not to fall into again. My parents officially divorced late 2021 and I moved into a townhouse with my mother so we could both save some rent money. I'd rank this year of my life 5 out of 10. While it was the darkest time of my life, I also managed to crawl my way out of that hole no matter how hard it was. Proud of myself. During my 20th trip around the sun, I got 5 tattoos. We'll see. 21, baby. My golden year. I spent a lot of this year with my mom. While I hesitate to say I didn't have friends that would hang out consistently. So therefore I spent most of my time with my mom. We would go out on late night McDonald's runs and I'd come hang out with her in her bedroom and keep her awake until midnight. In October 2022, I saw Bring Me the Horizon live. It was honestly life-changing, and from that moment on, I have consistently found an excuse to buy concert tickets every now and then. Live music can never be replaced. Never. In December 2022, I moved again, this time into my own place. In the following months, in my diary, I have receipts from mini golf, a birthday card, wristbands from a concert, and then some. I'd rank 21 probably 8 out of 10. The network of people surrounding me at the time was good and supportive, and I miss the late night McDonald's runs. During my 21st trip around the sun, I got 4 to 6 tattoos. You hear that, bro? Maybe I got bronchitis. Oh, I'm wheezing. 22. I was bumping that song on my 22nd birthday. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. Around this time is when I started having issues with the hometown job I had gotten all that time ago. I felt overwhelmed and stressed instead of productive or content with my work. It turned into a place of nightmares, and this began my long journey of job hunting. At the time, I felt stable and supported enough to be picky about the next career I wanted. I didn't want to work in customer service. I didn't want to work in fast food especially. I have entry after entry of, I went to an interview today. I went and bought some business casual clothes for an interview. The interview is coming up soon. Around the later half of this year, I also started developing feelings for a person that had been in my life for a while. The situation was complicated and delicate and took months to become an actual thing. I'd rank this year a solid 4 out of 10. It kind of sucked having my hopes high for interviews thinking they'd work out and never did. It's not funny anymore. I got,
7.
Tattoos. 23. This crush developed into a relationship that flourished for the majority of this year. I was super happy, blah blah blah, rose-colored glasses and all, but one thing remained constant: my content for my career I'd chosen for myself. In September 2024, I moved in with this love interest. Things were going smooth and okay until some things happened and trust was broken. For me, trust is a lot and takes a lot to be earned. After the rose-colored glasses came off, I quickly realized I'm not where I want to be in life, in my personal life or my career. And I know recently, if you've been paying attention, I mentioned change and how scary but necessary it is. I'd rank my 23rd year on this planet a 4 out of 10. Heartbreak is never fun. I also got
2.
Tattoos. I turned 24 earlier this year and will update again maybe when I'm like 30 or 35. Maybe. And this catches us up to speed for now. I hope if you've watched or read so far, you've enjoyed the detailed backstory of my teenage years and can maybe look back on your own with hope for the future to come. I can't breathe, guys. I might go to a doctor. Anyways, peace. Come here. Come here. Oh my god, come here. Hold on.